Hi, everybody. This is Jonathan Kirkland coming to you from Manila, Philippines. If I can get a quick shout out, make sure that you guys can hear me. If you don't mind tapping there into the chat box or the question box there, that you can hear me okay. That'd be great. All right, Stephen, David, Terry, Ed, my main crew's here. I love it. I love it. Larry's on. Okay, guys, I'm so happy that you're on. This we're going to talk about today is the SEO performance metrics and how you can use it to really retain your customers and also be able to upsell. We've got this performance console that I really want to show you, and I want to show you how you can take advantage of it. Um, let's see if I have any housekeeping that I can take care of right now. Um, no, not really. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. One of the things that we've got, of course, is the great Peter Drucker. What gets measured gets improved. So, if you're running a brand optimization or you're running an SEO campaign and you're not taking full advantage of like monster metrics and analytics and everything like that to really show your customers how we're doing on the campaigns, then you're really missing out, and you really need to make sure that you have that. The program I want to show you from this is the 3 key SEO performance metrics to show to your client, showing what how you set the baseline whenever you take over the account, which is very important. We have a grading system to really simplify all the performance reporting, and then a commentary system that helps you interpret the grades in a very easy manner to explain to the client where they've been and where they're going and how they're doing in the progress of their campaign. So if you're new to the business, or if you're not really up on all of the jargon with analytics, I think that this program will really help you. So the 3 main things that we want to make sure that we get across to every client that we have is what search engine exposure, their site traffic, and we show the positive momentum that we're getting them. Okay, and we're going to walk through each one of those. So the first one would be search engine exposure. Now, there's when we talk about search engine exposure, we're basically talking about impressions, the keywords, page ranking, the keyword impression data, and the keyword ranking data. Okay, and I'm going to use these, and I'm going to show you exactly what we have for you to use in showing these metrics. Okay, so for example, this is a part of the performance reporting console, and this would show the impressions and this is a current campaign that we're going to use as we go through this. But this would be able to show the client that they've got 16,000 total impressions, and that they're actually ranking out there for a total of 1,026 total keywords. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily. What this does is it really shows everything that you're doing. So maybe they've got a 12 basic SEO package where we're really optimizing for 12 different keywords, but the way that the synonyms work and the way that that Google and the other search engines are interpreting that is, we might not just rank you for 12 specific keywords, but you may have 50 or 100, on that 12, right? So you want to be able to show the client the total amount of keywords that they're actually ranking for, and they've got out there in the search engines. One of the things that we have on when we talk about when you start with the base month, for example, this would be, here is the base month, the start of the campaign, right? So of those 1,000 keywords, 41 were ranked on a page 1 somewhere, and then 69 for 1 through 3, 194 1 through 5, and 21,000 across the board. This, by the way, this is actual data for June to June 30th. Okay, this campaign You'll see later on, we started on this campaign in March 1st, and we've got data from starting in February. We didn't start work until March. So the current month, we've got 76 on page one. That's down from the previous month of 117. That's not good. And then, you see the other numbers here. Okay. So basically from when we started, they have 41 keywords on ranking on page one. We've got them as high as 117, and now it's 76. I don't know the particular reasons for that, but I'll look into that, why it went down. But you'll see that, basically overall, they went from 21,000 keywords or how do you say it? The places where they're ranking out there on Google and the keywords, and we've got them up to over 80,000. Okay, so one of the things we also want to talk about here, if we can show you this, is this keyword impression data. So it goes down pretty deep in each different keyword that we're ranking for, and also the ones that were not necessarily being that were chosen to be ranked, but are kind of like the ones that came up using synonyms or whatever else that Google does. So if you see here, you can see the current impressions 424. The previous were 54. We started with 1, and this is a percentage increase. So you can see where if the previous impressions, when you show this to your client, all this is in green because we've got green, positive, we got very positive, positive, stable, and then needs improvement. One of the things that's really cool is you can really see where the previous impressions were for all of these different keywords. And if you'll see down here at the bottom, there's over 1,000. Okay, and each one of these, how they're improving. So you'll also notice that we can export this, we can copy it, we can export it to CSV, Excel, PDF, or just print it for the client. So this is this performance reporting console was only available to brand optimization. I'm going to show you how you can get access to it because a lot of our brand optimization clients and members, they wanted to be able to use it for their regular SEO campaigns. So we've made some changes to the code, and now we're able to do that for everything, even the SEO campaigns. So this is, going on. This would be the keyword ranking data. So for instance, the previous position for business visa was 306. They started at 759 when they started with us. They've got it up to 119. That's pretty good increase from where they started. If you see where they were on this immigration NZ section 61, they were at 16 when they started. We've got them last month up to 7, and then now they're up to 3. So this is very, very good to show. You can see the change from the baseline and where we've gone. So you can sort it however you want. So up here with these, you can sort it with images, with web, their current position. You can bring up all the number ones or the first page or second page, and then of course their previous and their baseline. So this is a very complete program that we want to make available to you. You can obviously sort with the current impressions, what is getting the most, what's being viewed the most, what they were before. Most importantly, when you record all of the stuff for the baseline, there's not really a better way to show that whenever you take over a client's, when you take over a client's campaign, to record the baseline and be able to keep track every single month. It's really the only way that you're going to be able to, on a quarterly or a monthly basis, retain your client. What's very, if you see over here, the ability to really export this and you can manipulate the data the way that you want it is also there for you. If you only want to show the keywords that you're ranking for, no problem. We give the ability for you to export this, and you have the ability to manipulate the data exactly the way that you want in whatever you want to show. If you don't want to show 1,000 keywords that are out there for the client, which I don't know why you wouldn't, I think it'd be a good idea for you to show as much as you can. Now, one of the other things that we have, which is really cool, is this commentary section. So at the on the report where it shows for the say the total impressions that are out there, this campaign ranked very positive. And when you go through this with the client, you're able to have these descriptions that we've pre-done for you, kind of explaining what are impressions, what is an image impression, what is a web impression. So you're never caught off guard with what we're reporting because they go through it. Now, you'll see that, for instance, congratulations, your total impressions have significantly improved. Your total impressions increased from an impressive 16,000 amount of impressions from your baseline. Okay, so the way that the program works is it takes their baseline and we show that, wow, you know what, these guys have really gotten a lot of impressions since we've started, since we've started work on this. So one of the, and by the way, all of this is customizable. Okay, you do have the power to customize all of this, and we're going to show you how you can do that. Now, one of the other things that we want to do, of course, we want to talk about site traffic and why is that important, right? So I want you to take a look at this chart real quick. Now, this we didn't start work until March of 2016, and it's so in we've had it March, April, May, June. So this is just on visits. You know, they started at around 300, and I guess I don't have the numbers here, but the baseline that they started off, I guess, was maybe around that 550 mark, and we basically doubled their traffic. Okay, that's not bad, right? I mean, to be able to say that you've really doubled somebody's traffic or in their from our work is really nice because we just got started on this campaign. We've got a lot of room to grow. When you go through, we break down everything. We break down direct traffic, meaning that they just type in the URL, organic, referral coming in, social traffic, and then other. So it's very distinctive on where it's coming from. We can see obviously its majorities come from Google, a little bit from Bing and Yahoo, and then of course we've got a lot coming in from Facebook. So the and by the way, this campaign does not run a PPC campaign or anything like that. This is all generated from traffic from the blogging that we do and the social media work that we're doing right now. So on the referral traffic, you'll see where it comes in. Is it coming in from Google, from Facebook, anywhere else that's out there, as well as it's showing desktop, mobile, and tablet. This is very important where you can, if they don't have a mobile responsive website and you see that their traffic is coming in, and you'll see, for instance, this client is about 41% off of mobile. It only makes sense that they have a mobile responsive website. It's just another way to make sure that we are upselling to somebody who doesn't have that. Now, when we had, sorry about this, guys, I had to block this out to protect the privacy of the website and the client. What's really cool is you can go through here and you can really just show the client everything when it comes to their impressions, the ranking average for each one of the sites or the web pages, how many page views they have, what clicks they got, do they bounce out on those certain pages? This is really cool. Being able to show these people, show our clients what's working actually and what's not working really helps us. So for instance, if you're looking to push some long form content writing that could really help them because they've got like a huge amount of bounces coming off a page, then, or you want to get them some traffic on that page, then by going in and showing, look, this is where we are, this is the link that we're just getting either zero traffic or a lot of bounces on because it's not it's not optimized correctly with the right amount of interesting content, then that's where you can go in and say, hey, you really need to work on these certain pages, especially if they're selling a product or services like a dentist or a cosmetic surgeon. Maybe they've got certain pages that they're really trying to push. Going and looking at what's happening when they come in, Are they bouncing out right away? Where are they going from here? This is very important for you to be able to tell your client, and push some services if needed. And this also, by the way, has complete um, descriptions. So we've got the total visits. It's a very positive. Hey, congratulations! Your total traffic is significantly improved. Your traffic's increased by a huge 1,000% from your baseline, from your total visits. It goes through referral traffic. It's saying it's stable, right? And the total visits went way up. That was great, but everything else remained stable. So it's really interesting on what you can do with this, because you can show their social. Maybe they want to boost up their social. Okay, this is the opportunity where you can go in and really push maybe social media services to them if they're looking to increase that. Obviously, we go through here and it describes every single thing that's on the on the report. So we're going to get into, and David, you're asking, David, sorry, is asking about time spent on page. Yes, we also have that. I'll show you that as well. So this is the positive momentum section. Okay, this is really cool. I really like this because it shows in a one-shot view, how are you doing, right? I mean, all this looks very positive. We've got, from the base month, the previous, total visits from 568, 892, and now over 1,000. That's doubled since we've taken over. Terrific. Okay, almost 100% increase. That's awesome. That's really good. If you go through and you can look at all of these and just be able to show them, hey, look where we started when we came across your social media campaign. You started with 9, coming into your website from social media. Now we've grown that to 148. This is in so we worked March, April, May, and now June. So 4 months in, this is where we are. And so when it's talking about stable, these also come up, by the way, needs improvement, and everything, the others. It's not always very positive or positive. So this talks about the search engine. We knock it down to each one of the search engines that are out there and give the performance rating and the momentum. This is the average time on the site, like David was asking. So it's not really registering on here. I have to find out why, but we do have the average time and how it is going. Obviously, this campaign needs improvement on time on the page. Page loading speed is stable. We don't have this down into milliseconds, but we're working on that. We'll get that fixed. So it's actually, I think that's the issue on this one. But I apologize for that. And Larry's got a question. Is this coming from Webmaster Tools or Clicky or something? A lot of this data that we bring in does come from Webmaster Tools. So all of it is, and also from Bing, we take all the feeds and we put them into, this is our own program that we've developed to interpret and make it very easy for you to show your client in a presentation what they're doing. Obviously, Google Webmasters is kind of clunky. It doesn't have the best look. It confuses people. Has anybody ever thrown Webmasters into and said, "Hey, let me show you what's on Webmasters"? People lose it. They look at it. You're going to lose them in 10 seconds because it's not their business. You can look at it and you probably understand it, but your client's not going to. And that's why we want to make sure that we put together this type of programs for you guys, so that you can walk someone through each one of these sections. And I appreciate that, Larry. They are very clean reports. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'll go back here. This shows your impressions, right? We've got very positive momentum across the board. All these numbers are looking really good. Their base month, there was a 1,500. Their current month is 16,000. So remember, if you've got a client and they're really, really on you about, am I ranking number one? Am I doing this? Because that's what they're taught, right? does it really matter if they're ranking number one if we're bringing them traffic? Okay, if we're bringing them visitors, if we triple the amount of visitors to their website due to our efforts, that's what matters. Okay, it's not that you're number one on Google. Obviously, that's important. I'm not downplaying that at all. We all want to be on the first page in the top position of Google. I mean, come on. But in the scheme of things, in the bigger picture, if you triple the amount of traffic that they're getting to their website, in effect, that triples the amount of opportunities or sales calls or anything to the client, then you are doing a great job for them. And I don't think that anyone would disagree. Any client would say, "Hey, we started with this many, and you've tripled our traffic to our website or more." That's a bad thing. So, I would 100% use all of these type of tools and be able to show. So this is the keywords. They started with 298. Now they've got 1,026. Let's see. This is the rankings that we show in the very beginning. So obviously the performance and shows very positive. Now let me show you where the dashboard is and how this works. It's when you go in. Let's see here. When you go in to Monster Metrics, okay, and that's available to everybody who's got a campaign with us. You get a login for Monster Metrics, and it's all loaded up in there. Now, over here on the left-hand side of Monster Metrics, it'll say Performance Console. It may say Performance Reporting for some of you, but we've upgraded it recently, and it's rolling out. It should say Performance Console. That was just one, change of semantics that we decided to use. But you go in, and this is where you go in and set up all of your settings. Okay, so here it shows for the client. You go in here, and here's the date that we started. Baseline reporting started. You will notice that it is pulling data from February because we do have access to Google Webmasters. And it can usually pull about 2 months back from before you start. That's not always true. Depends on if they had analytics on there before. But if they did have analytics, we're going to be able to pull their data and plug it in here and show when we started the work. If they don't have, if it's a new website or they've never had this type of analytics on their website, then it will take about 2 months to start getting data, because obviously you start with the baseline, and it takes about 60 days to really start building the data so that it can give the recommendations. So this performance console is really better suited for that second or the quarterly meeting when you first start, unless you already have data. So if it is a new site, obviously you're not going to have data from 3 months ago. So you have to know that it does not load everything until the 30 days is over with, so that it can set the metrics. Okay, so I don't want anyone coming in and say, "Hey, I have a brand new account, and I started on the 1st, it's the 21st, and there's no data in the performance console." That's why we definitely need to have at least 2 months worth of data before we can start doing any type of comparisons. So let me show you how these settings work and all the customized settings that you can do. Now, when you go into settings, right here, you go to general. Now, you're able to tell the program, what do you want to show? Okay, so if you want to show the positive momentum comments and everything like that, you can click always. You can drop these down, and you have your choices where you can include or exclude anything you want. When it comes to the thresholds, now we have our settings preloaded on what we believe is very positive, stable, and needs improvement. Obviously, you have the ability to go in here and change. You have the ability to change any of these, percentages. So, this is a totally objectional of what is it? It's your objectivity. Or I'm sorry, guys, I haven't had enough coffee, obviously today. Um, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want to set the percentages to what you think they should be at, then we think that you should do that. Obviously, if somebody is at a 28%, is that going to be positive, or is that really positive? It should be 45. This is completely up to you, in what you show. You can also even mark off where you don't want to even show anything that needs improvement. Maybe you don't want to push it. If it's got video and you don't even do anything with video and you haven't worked on any video, maybe you want to exclude it. You have the power to do that as well. I'll show you that in a moment. So now this is really cool because we also are able to give you a public link for your client. I suggest that you're able to use this public link. When all you do is put this in here, hit generate now, and it'll generate a password and the public link, and then you can actually go in and preview the report for them. And look at it. Okay, so you can send this to your client. They log in with their password, and there's all their metrics that you want to show them using this performance reporting console. Now, how would you do that? There's a couple of ways to do it. You could easily set up a meeting where they're online, and you can do a join.me, and you go in and you look at the public link, and you're able to walk through with the client and describe in a probably 10, 15, or half-hour meeting, depending on what time you have with the client, what they're willing to give you to show everything. That's a really powerful way to do it, is meeting like that, or in person, obviously. But even so, you can always send them the public link prior to your meeting. They can go through it if they've got questions. We just want to make it so it's very easy for you to present great information to the client. This is what's really cool on managing the comments. You can go in and you can turn on and off any of the comments that you want visible. Okay, so if you've got if you're not interested in any of these, like maybe paid search, if you're not running any paid search at all, and you don't need it, you can go through and turn all of these off, where there will not be any comments on paid search. If you are doing a PPC campaign, it's going to be able to see what's coming in as well off of paid, and you can keep all of this on. It's all up to you. It's got every single thing that we show you can turn on or off. If they're only concerned with Google and it's very low on Bing or Yahoo, then turn it off. There's no reason to flood the client with useless information that they're not going to be able to process. Give them what they can understand and not confuse them. That's one of the reasons we built this is to, if you gave somebody, here's your analytics, here's your Google Analytics, or here's your webmasters, this is how we're doing, take a look at it. They're going to be very confused, and they're not going to feel very satisfied, and they'll be embarrassed sometimes to be able to and they won't tell you, hey, I don't even really understand what is all that gobbledygook, right? We want to make it very clean, very easy. We've thrown in everything that we possibly, not possibly in, but we've thrown in a lot of options here. You don't necessarily need them all, okay? You really have a lot of freedom on what you include. So down here with keywords, obviously these are more settings. You can take off if they've got nothing with video, you're not producing any videos for you, they don't have any videos out there, you can cut that. Sometimes, depending on the images, if the site is very image dependent, then we definitely want to have that in there because it shows what's coming in off image searching. But if you don't need to show it, don't. And then let's see here. Now, here's one of the things. Here's the positive momentum visibility. This, you can also take down anything you want. Every single item is on the momentum report is also editable. Okay. like for instance, earlier David was asking if we had average time on the page. Yes, we do. The data doesn't look great. Maybe we don't even want to have it on there because it might confuse the client. Then take it off. Okay, that's not a big deal. Let's see here. So this is for the keywords, and then of course the rankings, and this comes with all the descriptions that are in there. Now, why do we want to use this momentum, the positive momentum reporting? Well, it's one thing whenever we've got the great work reports. We use the Google Docs. Everybody raves about, when we show the work report, what all's there, what we've done, all the links that we've posted. I think everyone can agree they're very complete work reports, and we're very transparent on the work that we do, but it's not enough. We want to make something that's very clean, that doesn't necessarily send the customer to Google Analytics or Google Webmasters. And this is a very visual way that's very easy for someone to understand what's happening with their campaign. It also gives you the opportunity here where it talks about what needs improvement. For instance, if they're not getting any traffic off of social and we're just doing the SEO campaign for them, and you're really looking to really, this campaign gets a lot of action off of social. It has to do with immigration in New Zealand. And they get a lot of action off of Facebook and the other places that we post. So if your client is not getting anything off of social, this is a good opportunity for you to throw that in and say, hey, let's spend some money over here, right? Maybe they're satisfied with their growth with their SEO, and they're kind of like thinking, well, maybe I should change my budget up. Well, this is a good opportunity to take what maybe their budget that they may want to reduce on you because they feel like they've gotten enough. Clients are like this, right? You get them good results and think, oh, we can stop now. And you've got to position this. So maybe as an also, you've got a way to say, okay, well, yes, we're doing well in your traffic that's coming in off organic, but before you cut your budget, let's work on what we need to do with social or paid search, PPC, etc. So I think that this is a great tool, and I want to show you how we can get it. Does anyone have any questions, particularly about the program so far? I'll come back to those. I do want to show you, what we've decided to do, because we initially, I got to tell you, we built this performance console for the brand optimization program. And like I said earlier, a lot of people who are in the brand optimization program, they want to use it for SEO. And one of the things that we felt we wanted to do was really be able to put this out to our client, to our partners that are out there. But this doesn't. It's not easy for us just to load this in. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour for every single campaign for us to load it in, get the data and record the baselines. It's the past data. We make sure we check it for bugs, because what we don't want to happen is a month later there was a setting that was not done correctly and it didn't capture the data, and we've got to start over. So it does take approximately 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of the campaign, to get this going. So we're unable just to give it away for free. But what we've decided to do is to put it basically into your pro membership. So what I was saying earlier that we missed was, let me just kind of review this real quick, is this. Every one of these is touched by one of our staff. Every campaign that's loaded in is touched by our staff. It takes between 30 minutes and 1 hour to put, depending on the size of the campaign, to load this into the software, double check it, make sure that everything is set correctly, so that if there's any errors or issues, that we don't wait a month and there's a problem. So it does take some time to put it in here. Once we put it in, it's very low maintenance, of course. So we can't give it away for free to everybody who's got a campaign. That's what we do with Monster Metrics. But what we've decided to do is, obviously we built this for the brand optimization our partners. What we want to do is release this performance reporting console to all of our pro members. Okay, if you're a pro member and you're running a campaign with us, we will load, at your request, we will load everything into the performance reporting console. So this is just another added benefit that we've added to the pro membership. Obviously, if you are a brand optimization customer and you already have pro membership, or you are a current pro member, then this will be turned on for you. If it's not on today, it'll be on there tomorrow. Okay? And then you can start requesting, just send in a request to us to load up your campaigns into the performance reporting console, and we'll get started for you. So if you're a pro member right now, this is just rolled out to you at no charge. Okay. If you're not a pro member, we want to talk to you just real quick about what is involved in a pro membership. So what we've done is we've upgraded the pro membership with the performance console that we've talked about today. We have the pro member training. Our next training is next Thursday on the 28th. We include the Goldmine lead generator, which is for for looking up and grabbing, finding leads, with a lot of different options on that. Of course, Monster Metrics. If you're a pro member, you can load up campaigns that we're not even servicing for you. Maybe they're past campaigns. Maybe they're campaigns for clients that you've got coming up that you're trying to woo away, from another provider. We have the free they have the SEO tools that are in the pro membership. Obviously, those include the Google, mobile friendly website checker. One of the greatest things that we have is that a lot of people take advantage of is the pro website audit. Now, this is actually, I should be going through these slides here. Pro member training, the Goldmine, Monster Metrics, of course, SEO tools, the Google mobile friendly checker. Now, the website audit is really great because we include one of these for free. It runs about $100, and this is something where this isn't just something that you can, we use an SEO tool, we run an audit, and here's a printout. We don't do that. This is actually reviewed. We do all of the work. We have a full web audit team, and they go through and they look and see where the campaign is, what does the potential client need, what's wrong with their sites. It gives you the ammo to go in with a very professional analysis to get the client, right? It really, really helps. And, it takes hours of time for each one of these audits to be done. We include that for free in the pro membership. Also, we've got monthly marketing materials as part of the pro membership. Right now, that includes a monthly newsletter that we provide to you as part of the pro membership, and with the marketing materials. So it's really cool that way as well. Also, what we've got is, as part of the pro membership, we give our pro member promos. And we've got a new promo that's going to be released on the pro member training on next Thursday. It's going to be special for the next 6 weeks, that it will only be available to our pro members. Our pro members are pretty much our VIPs, right? We have people that come in and they buy services from us and everything. And then we have really our VIP pro membership. And we always give our pro members really preferred treatment. Okay. I mean, I'll be very frank with you. If you're a pro member, you're going to get on the phone with me quicker. You're going to be able to get more coaching. We really want to take care of our pro members. And that's our commitment, to you guys. So that's one of the reasons that we're releasing the performance module. We thought, well, we could charge for it. We could charge on the campaigns that are out there and for the time that it takes for us to do this stuff. And I'm like, well, why don't we just give it away for free to our VIPs? So I think you can appreciate that. We don't want to get flooded with the, doing a lot of work where it's costing us a ton of money and not getting anything out of it. But the pro membership is perfect. It's perfect for that. So that's one of the reasons we do that. We also, anything that comes out, anything new services, anything, we always put that out to our pro members first, give you a little bit of a jump on the competition. Whether it's the new long form content writing that we have, or the ORR programs, the online reputation repair programs, those are always available to the pro members first. We don't release those out to everybody immediately. So you will always have access to everything we do before anyone else. How much is pro membership? It's $119 month to month. CJ's going to type in the link there. Judy's out today, guys, so I apologize. Judy's not on the webinar today, but we do have the rest of the staff is on. I'm sure they're answering your questions. But we also do offer the pro membership in a monthly, a quarterly, semi-annual, and annual basis. And there's discounted accordingly, depending on the level that you want to buy the pro membership. Now, I really suggest that you get into the pro membership. We've had some great trainings. We're going to continue our trainings. We've got, we're next week on the pro member webinar, we are going to release our new schedule for August and September. And we're going to continue on the growing your agency theme. We've got some really great guests coming up and some really cool stuff that we want to show you on some closing techniques and things like that. So the trainings are really good. You're going to get access to the performance reporting that we just showed you today, as well as all of the other items. So please, if you're not a pro member, jump on. It'd be great for you. And then get on the phone with me and let's talk about how to grow your agency with us. Couple of things real quick. We want to remind you, we've got a web design and with the quarterly SEO promo. The deadline is July 31st on this. So it's been running. It'll be the last of the 6 weeks at the end of this month. So make sure that you get those deals closed because that's a really good deal. What is that? That means if you have a web design project, any web design project at all, and you run a quarterly SEO product, you're going to get 50% off the first month of the SEO campaign, which is the most expensive month. So, by the way, remember that closes July 31st. There's a link to the materials that CJ will put in there because we do have client-facing and also partner-facing marketing materials for this promo. The next webinar for the VIP webinar will be on August 11th. We will not have one the first week of August. We will be back on August 11th with the next VIP webinar. That's 3 weeks from today. The next pro member webinar is July 28th. If you're not a pro member, become a pro member. Okay, I want to make sure if you are a pro member that you contact us today and send us an email. You can send it to connect@virtualgroup.co and let's get you in the queue. This has just been released for pro members. Okay, so if you are a pro member, get on there, email us, and let's get your campaigns loaded up into the performance reporting console. And any suggestions that you have on the console itself, please don't hesitate to email us. We love your suggestions. My dev team, we had a meeting today, yesterday as well, and they are actually going through all of the suggestions that you have for the dashboard and everything like that. They do take those. We prioritize them. We put them out. We want to make it very easy to do business with us and make it a really great quality product. So we take your suggestions very seriously. We want to hear from you on anything. So if you've got any comments, good or bad, or suggestions that we need to do on not only just the performance console or what we do in general, please don't hesitate to drop us a line. We love your feedback. I love your feedback. The staff loves it. Even if it hurts, even if we're doing great, we love that. But even when we're not doing great, we like to hear from you because we're always looking to improve. So anyway, we will be back for the next VIP webinar, August 11th. We will see you then. Pro members, if you're not a pro member, get registered, and I will see you on July 28th with an action-packed pro member webinar. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. I kind of, getting out of here a little bit early today. I hope that you have a great weekend coming up, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.